Hey guys, it's chilly here in San Diego today. I got my big warm sweater on. When I went to yoga this morning, it was like 52 degrees out. I was like, what? But we're experiencing May Gray here in San Diego. It's sunny like 10 months of the year, and then we experience May Gray and June gloom. So our spring is not often the most fabulous here in San Diego, but thankfully the sun is shining today. So we're back in action. It was rainy all weekend. So today I'm talking about fear of judgment. And how paralyzing that can really be in life, in everything really. It can affect all areas of our life, fear of judgment. And it can be paralyzing for personal happiness, self-love, really a lot of aspects of our life can be totally detrimented by that, fear of judgment. So how do you get past that, right? So many people are stuck in their heads, what if I do this and somebody thinks of me this way? What if I do X, Y, and Z and people think I'm a weirdo? When you start letting all of that go and just embracing your inner weirdo, things become really magical. I'm just going to tell you that from personal experience. I am my utmost genuine, authentic self all the time. I'm a huge weirdo. Some clients don't love it and we don't end up working together, and then other clients absolutely love it. Like Kevin. Hi Kevin. He's watching right now, I think. He's one of our past clients, and I think he loved the weirdness. Did you love the weirdness, Kevin? You can weigh in. You can be honest with me if you didn't love it. But basically, when we start letting go of the fear of what other people might think, we really step into our greatness and our best authentic self. We can truly live genuinely, authentically, and vulnerably without that fear that just can be crippling. So I have so many friends that will call me and they want to do cool things in their life. Maybe they want to quit their job, or maybe they want to move, or maybe they want to do something even really simple like go on a date with the guy that nobody else thinks that they should be dating. Whatever it may be, whatever's holding you back, it's probably in regards to judgment. So oftentimes we create a story in our heads that's totally irrational and totally just not even with the program. How many times do we do that to ourselves? Like, give me a little thumbs up or a heart if you feel as though, oftentimes, this is me raising my hand. Hey guys. Feel basically the fear of judgment, of wondering what somebody else is going to think, and then creating this ridiculous story in your head of this is absolutely how they're going to react when I do this. I see this happen still in my own life all the time, because while we, become more aware of our bad habits, it's really difficult to just outright break them. So, for example, maybe I'm trying to think of a real life case study here, but I'll give you an example of, when John and I quit our jobs at City, it was a really interesting experience because our parents didn't necessarily support it. They were kind of like, what are you doing? A lot of our friends were like, yeah, see you next year when you come back and fail. And our coworkers, pretty much everyone thought we were just batshit crazy. They were like, you're doing what? You're quitting your really good job to do what? Judgment. And I felt really self-conscious and it made me uncomfortable. I was like, oh crap, maybe this isn't the right decision. Maybe moving to California isn't really what we should be doing, because so many people seem to have really huge judgments around it and a huge problem with it. Had I listened to that story in my head of what they must be thinking and how it might be affecting me, and what if I do fail, and what if they end up being right, and so much judgment, if I had listened to that and tapped into that and just stayed where I was and not stepped into what I really wanted in life, how different would my life be right now? So think about that as you make all decisions in life. As you are contemplating maybe what your friend is going to think when you tell her that you're going out with Mike next weekend, and she's like, Mike, I don't like Mike. Well, guess what, sister? You're not dating Mike, I am. So leave judgment on the table. Judgment, that's the story they're creating for themselves. It has nothing to do with you. So don't let your mind run around like a crazy person, because we all know that little voice in our head's like a psychopath that just wants to create miserableness for us all the time. If we tap into that energy and let it control us, it absolutely will. And you guys know firsthand from personal experience, I am sure, that when we let that little voice run away with us, it is bad news. So instead, really just become aware of the fact that you are, aware of the judgment, and maybe are affected by it. Maybe you have a really difficult time with judgment, and that's totally okay. But the first step is always awareness. So being aware that you are conscious about judgment, being aware that maybe the decisions you're making in your life are affected by the fear of judgment. So that awareness piece can be huge. The second that we step away from judgment, life can truly be transformative and so beautiful. Last night, I literally danced with 100 sober, stone cold sober individuals. 100 plus. There was probably maybe like 120 of us together. And we danced the night away in celebration with my Ascension Leadership Academy because it was the 1 year anniversary of ALA, and we've had 6 groups go through the program. I'm in group 6, John's in group 7. It was an amazing experience, and just seeing everybody in that safe container, because part of Ascension Leadership Academy is like no judgments allowed. But being in that safe space and just seeing people embrace and dance around with a giant freaking smile on their face was so inspiring and liberating. Because get this, when you see 4-year-olds or 3-year-olds on the playground, are they consciously thinking as they look around and are about to go on the jungle gym, oh, what are somebody going to think of me if I fall and hit my face? What is somebody going to think if I cry? What is somebody going to think if I laugh uncontrollably and dance around like a crazy person? That's not what's going through a 3 or 4-year-old mind. And only through negative experience, when we get to adulthood, do we have that mentality around everything that we do. It's only based on negative experiences and when we've been judged in the past that we have that consciousness and that story around the judgment. So think about how you were when you were 3 or 4. Were you like a crazy child? I was a freaking crazy child. John has watched home videos and he's like, wow, you were a psycho. I was. I embrace it. I loved life. And I still do. But as like a 3 or 4-year-old, I was like, yes, oh my goodness, the playground, the slide is the best thing ever. Oh no, I see an ant. I'm going to have a temper tantrum on the ground. Oh no, I got dirt on my hand. What a disaster. Oh, but look, there's a butterfly. Life is so good. Like, if you watch a child interact with his environment all around them, it's like an incredible thing to watch. I literally the other day was standing in the hotel lobby, and I saw some kids run up to the elevator, and these were little kids. And like, I think I have to kind of prop up the phone to show you guys like their reaction. So think about this. When was the last time you did not care about what people think to the extent where you went up to an elevator? I can't even prop up my phone to show the excitement. Hold on, let's do this. Okay. Where you basically approach this elevator. So here's the elevator in front of me. And you're like, oh, a button, yes! Pushing the button like 500 times. They were like, yes, 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 the elevator's coming. The doors opened and they jumped like in gleeful joy. They were like, yes, 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 a ride in the elevator. What if you had that much enthusiasm about everything in life and had no fear of judgment? Life would be really freaking amazing, would it not? So really try and let go of all the shit that is part of your past that, you know, dictates how you interact now and how you make your decisions now and how you are afraid of judgment now. And think about your 3-year-old self and how joyous you must have been, free of judgment, free of that fear, and try and embrace that every day of your life, because it can be truly transformational, amazing, joyous, beautiful. Like, my life has never been better. My hair is all crazy from my elevator excitement. I have never been happier, and it's simply because I don't care anymore what anybody thinks of me. I am me and my most genuine and beautiful and amazing self. And if somebody doesn't like it, honestly, they can kind of take a hike, is how I feel about it, because their judgment means nothing to me. I am a beautiful, amazing force in this world, and I'm a maniac on a mission to change it every day. And I love everyone that's in my friend circle, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. I would just move on if you were judgmental and an awful influence in my life. So just think about that. I wanted to leave you guys with that. Life is so good. Don't let anybody hold you back with their judgments, because it's simply a reflection on them, not you. And you're an amazing, incredible individual, and you need to step into your power, step into what makes you float, like step into what makes you fly and soar and just drives you and gives you energy like nobody's business, because that's what you need in your life. And whoever has a problem with it can seriously just go evaluate themselves, because if they have judgment about the cool stuff you're doing, it's probably a reflection and probably a little bit of jealousy too, in the fact that they're not enjoying and experiencing life to its full capacity. So I love you guys. Hope this message came at a great time in your day, and I hope you really enjoyed my elevator excitement. That like got me pumped. I'm like ready to get back to work now. Maybe we all need to have that type of energy when the elevator comes. Regardless, can you imagine? It would be amazing. All right, love you guys. Happy having a great day. Talk to you soon.